Hi, and welcome to the Sagebrush Happy Hour Journal entry for March 7th, 2025. And there are two of me. Actually, not. This is my friend Mike Lewinsky joining me here on the Sagebrush Journal. And Mike is also an off grid person, and he lives in an off grid home in Crestone, Colorado. And Mike drove down here to visit, and he has a Nissan Aria, which is a electric vehicle. So we're going to talk real quick a bit about his electric vehicle experience coming down here. So normally, what's your kind of procedure for going on a little road trip to like someplace like Taos?
So as far as being in the EV, I need to top up in Alamosa, which is the last EV charging point with fast charging in Colorado as you head south on 285. And so I was up early and drove to Alamosa. When I arrived at the Colorado Welcome Center in Alamosa, there were 4 charging stations, all of them empty. I got there around 8:30, 8:40, and immediately plugged in and did not start charging because the Aria has this strange quirk of the charging system. They have the lithium-ion battery pack is managed by a 12-volt standard car battery, and frequently the two fail to communicate. I would say about every third or fourth charge, I have to disconnect the terminal off of the 12-volt battery, effectively rebooting the whole car. And then when I reconnect that terminal, I get a charge. And that's what happened today. It had been a month since it happened last, but I carry around a socket that's the exact size that I need for the battery terminal to loosen it. And so once I got it charging, then I sat in my car for a little while, checked some email, started downloading time lapse from last night, which I have not compiled, but I have downloaded now to my laptop. So I want to see if I got that meteor you got. And after 9 o'clock, the Welcome Center opened. So I popped into the Welcome Center to use the bathroom and spoke with Ellen, who was staffing the Welcome Center desk. Very nice person who shares a love of the dark sky. And we talked about dark sky events and dark sky conservation. And then it was time to go. The 45 minutes it took to charge went by very fast. I started with 36% battery and left with 98%. And on the trip down, I set the car in eco mode, which is the most efficient drive. I actually set cruise control to the speed limit, didn't even try and go 5 miles over. I wanted to really maximize my charge so that I would arrive here. You know, I knew it was about a 90-mile drive, and at full charge, I have around 280-mile range. So I should really be able to, get to Taos and back from Alamosa on a single charge. But I didn't know how much driving around I would do here in the Taos area.
Mm-hmm.
And I also didn't know whether there would be a level 3 charger available in Taos. So just for the record, I spent $21 to go from 36% to 98% in Alamosa. And when I got to the charging station in Taos in the plaza, I decided to top up here because I wanted to, first of all, confirm that that the charging station was functional. There's only one level 3 charging point available in Taos that I'm aware of.
And where's that at?
In the plaza parking, auxiliary parking over by the...
Okay, so east of the plaza there, off of Paseo,
Yes.
that parking lot that's on the east side of Paseo. Okay.
Yep. And it's run by a network, or it was installed by the NLX Way network, which has gone defunct. And it appears that Kit Carson has taken over the maintenance of that charging point. And I was able to tap my credit card to charge. There was a rate display, but I didn't really pay attention to that. And I knew it was going to be more expensive. I wasn't prepared for how much more expensive it was going to be.
So you're telling me it was like 4 times as expensive?
At least. To go from 68 to 95% in 45 minutes, I spent $60. So it was 3 times as expensive for half the power.
Ooh, don't tell the gas people this. Well, so now you're charged, and I've installed a 240 volt outlet just for Mike coming down to visit with my new solar array, and we were hoping to try to hook in his charger to my 240 volt outlet. And when we tried the charging cable, little charger, and it went into the proper type of receptacle, and we got it plugged in,
Physically connected.
and then there was a mysterious light that said red fault light on the charger, and it said one thing it said ready, and it was blinking green ready, and then on the other side it had a red fault. So, and apparently it's not smart enough to tell us what that fault was.
No, and the actual charging box that plugs into the wall doesn't have any communication with anything other than the charging controller of the car, and they basically just negotiate the rate of power that is available. And I was nervous enough, given the problems I've had with the 12 volt, I was nervous enough that I did not want to plug it into the car in the fault state.
Sure. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at that tomorrow, and hopefully we're supposed to get snow tonight, and then it's supposed to be one of those fast-moving storms, and then we're supposed to get a little bit of sun tomorrow. So hopefully, maybe we can test that out. And but I'm kind of Mike's the guinea pig for the EV, and I'm kind of the guinea pig for setting up enough solar for charging. So we'll see how it all works out on the end.
I should mention that with the level 1 charge at my house, I can, this time of year, plug in my EV at 120 volts from say 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I get about 4 hours a day on a bright sunny day when I'm producing enough power that I can charge the car without depleting my house batteries. And in a 4-hour charge session, I will get about 4% range added to the car. So it's very slow. If I have a good week where I can charge for 5 days, my maximum in a week of capacity being able to add is 20%. And the NLX Way station in Crestone is just perpetually out of service since the network shut down. So I have to drive 50 miles to the nearest level 3 charger.
So there we go. So kind of a cautionary tale, and it is the infrastructure is slowly coming around, but although it may go on to hiatus here for next 4 years or so, and we're hoping that we can get some more infrastructure in there, and of course, we hope that the technology of the cars improves a little bit. So that's the news from the Mesa today, and cheers, everybody.
Thanks, Jay.